Hey there folks, this is GreenXI, welcoming you back to the Green Blog. Today is the 1st of September 2019 and yesterday was my birthday, so I thought I'd bring out a nice vloggy video for you. It was actually a pretty good day because I bought myself a couple of presents beforehand because I knew I'm getting a bit older now, so obviously not going to have as much from people, if you ever did. So I'm going to go through what I had, what I bought myself, what I did have from people, because I did have one or two things. This, for start, is a green and black hoodie. You see adverts for Blakely if you use Facebook, or at least I do, they're targeted at me. This is from them, and it's a good site actually. It's not like a scammy site or anything like that. I did a bit of research, and they've, it's a proper company and all that. Like, whenever I see adverts on sites like that, I always think the worst of them, because they're not a big company and they could be anyone, you don't know them at all. So that's why I've got a separate account for new companies or websites that I'm buying off, just so that they can't do too much damage if they do end up being shit. Yeah. But yeah, this hoodie, I really like it. I don't know what else to say about it, but it's probably going to be one of my favourite tops, and this was off my parents. They wanted to buy me something, so I really didn't care this year about my birthday too much, so they wanted to buy me something visible, physical, rather than just money. I said to them, just give me like a couple of quid, but so Blakely top, that's what I had. And I got myself some black jeans as well, which I don't know what you can expect from black jeans. I also bought myself a couple of things that I've been meaning to buy for a while. Now this is one that I've only played like an hour of yesterday because I didn't have too much chance. Fire Emblem Three Houses, the Switch one. And I haven't played a Fire Emblem game since, I think was it called Awakening, the first 3DS one? And I've only played 2 games in total, the other one being the GameCube one. Radiance of Light, something like that. So I picked the girly one, because she looked better. I normally pick the blokes just because, sticking with the same gender maybe it would be more relatable, if going to war and everything is relatable. But I went for the girl this time because she looks a lot better and she seems more interesting, so I went with that. And just to change it up a bit from all the other game playthroughs for other games, I've played the prologue, which was really fun. It was I thought the opening cutscene was one of the best opening cutscenes I've seen from any video game. I was very impressed with that. And I've done the practice battle, so it looks like it's going to be more of the same, only you can hide in trees. I can't remember if you could do that in the old games, but you can hide in trees, and terrain affects your stats and what you're able to do. Abilities seem to be back, as in the more you level up a certain weapon, the more you rank it up, the better abilities you learn. Apparently that's different from white mages, as said in the tutorial, but I haven't had a white mage yet, or healer yet, so we'll see how that turns out. I am very excited to play more. Oh, I picked which house to go with. I can't remember the name of them, because it did throw a little bit of information all at once, and I was just trying to do the prologue, and then I was getting ready to go out. But I picked, hold on, let's see if I can show it. Axewoman, just because I preferred the character. That is pretty much it. I haven't found out any more about the game from a spoiler point of view or anything like that, so that was good, especially since it's become such a major sort of game lately. I don't know if it's because there's a little bit of a gaming drought going on with blockbuster games, maybe, but this has become huge, and they've even sort of done an update, I think, where they changed the voice actors. Because maybe they were shit before, I don't know. Maybe these are the shit ones and they're going to have the better ones later, but they seem okay. I don't know what people complain about if these are the shit voice actors. Yeah, it's been a blast so far, even if I've only played like half hour to an hour. So, I'll get back to you if I like it or not. Check out my Twitter. I always tweet random shit about games and stuff, so, or not about games, about anything. So, Fire Emblem, Three Houses, looking forward to playing more of that. Actually, once I finish this vlog, I'll probably be going on it, so there is that. I bought myself Man Milan, This is from the people behind Until Dawn. Dark Pictures? Yeah, Dark Pictures. It's called the Dark Pictures Anthology. It's from Bandai Namco. I didn't realise that. That's a weird sort of... They're weird people to be making a sort of serious sort of movie-style game like this. I wouldn't expect it. But there we go. So, Man of Eden from Until Dawn, same sort of game. You have a bunch of survivors and you try and get them all to survive this sort of horror environment. But this time, instead of a mansion in the snow, or a cabin in the snow, whatever it was, with Wendigos, this time you have got a ghost ship. And the main gimmick is, checking out the trailer, because I did watch the trailer for this one because I was a bit unsure about the game. The gimmick is, you can either play 2-player, offline, so sat next to each other, or 5-player, online, and I think you take on like a survivor each and try and get them all to survive, and that sounds so exciting. But if there's an option to, it never mentions single player, which is odd. But if there's an option to play single player, which I hope there is, I want to play through it that way first, and then I'm going to try it online and see how it all works, because I'm really interested in that. Yeah, I want to see. And I'm hoping this like that sort of thing where, like Detroit, Beyond Being Human, you could see other people's choices from around the world, or on your friends list on PSN or whatever, and see the stats, how many % of your mates or worldwide sort of picked the choice you did or picked other choices. Who were the sadistic bastards, or who were the normal, the nicer sort of people who tried to get other people to survive. So I'm hoping they got that sort of thing involved. And I'm hoping they bring back the sort of butterfly effect that they did with Until Dawn, where a lot of the cutscenes, at least at the start or something, it would show the choiciness of it with spiderwebs and butterflies going around, and it was really effective. And I think that's part of the thing that made Until Dawn so popular, the cinematic style of it. So I'm hoping it comes back. So that's something I'm really looking forward to, and I imagine it's going to be really short because it was only 25 quid new, where games in the UK are normally about, at least for PS4, they're normally about £40 new-ish. You know, it varies a bit, but that's something. I also bought myself this. I had this once before, but I must have sold it a long time ago, and I've been trying to catch up with the series again. I've played them before, but I've been trying to re-catch up with the series again, replay them again, in order for the third game in the series to come out on Halloween. So I pre-ordered it, and it looks so bloody good. I love my horror, even if it's like kiddie Nintendo horror. But Luigi's Mansion 2, I rebought this, the Nintendo Selects label, which means it was only 15 quid brand new, and I think that was pretty incredible, considering I could have been paying 30 odd quid for the other type of label, the standard sort of case and all that. So, you know, I don't like Luigi's Mansion 2 as much as I like Luigi's Mansion 1, just because the first game seemed to have such unique ghosts. They had so much character to each of them, so much personality. Like, there was the musician pianissimo in the music room of the mansion. There was the ballroom dancers in the ballroom. You know, there was just a lot of charm to it. Whereas this one, Luigi's Mansion 2, even the bosses seem to be just sort of generic-y. Just like, I don't know. It was something about that. And I don't like that there's different mansions either, because that splits into different elements, like elemental worlds in normal Mario games. And that just, it takes away the horror feel. Like if you're in an icy environment, that's not as scary as just being in a really dark, gloomy mansion like from the first game to me. So, I am enjoying replaying it. I've nearly finished the first one. I'm coming up to the boss. The first mansion, I mean. I'm coming up to the boss, and I'm getting into it a lot more this time than the first time I played it, just because I think I was so disappointed in it the first time I played it, because it wasn't like the first game. Not completely, anyway. Third game come in, and I pre-ordered it for the Steelbook edition, which is exactly the same price as the normal edition. If you go to, was it Game or Amazon? Game or Amazon? I don't know. I think it was Game, but I might be wrong. Check both if you live in the UK and you have Game. I don't know. So yeah, there's that, Luigi's Mansion. Also, obviously, I have to buy myself a bit of birthday chocolate, as I love it. I love the Marvellous Creations for Dairy Milk. They're the stuff that have got all like jelly beans, popping candy, sweets, Smarties in them. It's amazing. You can get different types, but that's the type I like the best. I'm hoping they bring up more types, because there's only like 2 I ever see around. They're both good, but I want to see more. I want to try more. Yeah. So that was everything I had for my birthday. Like I said, I mostly bought for myself just because I wanted it to feel a bit more special than just another day, you know? I've been getting bored lately, and that's what I wanted. Now, I know a mate of mine is going to be, or has bought me something as well, and I know what it is because I said to him, just get me this, because he was asking me over and over what I wanted, because we'd buy for each other every year. It's going to be Harry Potter, the Chamber of Secrets book, but it's going to be the 20th anniversary one. Like, I got this a while ago. It's the Philosophers Stone equivalent of it. It's the Gryffindor edition, because you can choose whichever house you want and it'll change the colour scheme of the book. Like, Slytherin would be all green and, you know, that sort of thing. So I went for Gryffindor for Philosopher's Stone because that seems more suiting, because you're getting to know Harry Potter himself more in the first book, more than anyone else. Like, he's in all the others and everything as a main character, but this one more so because he's just introduced, I think. So I thought Gryffindor would be fitting because that's his house. And it's got the scarf and everything on there. So my mate just gave me this Chamber of Secrets one, which I've gone for blue, which is Ravenclaw. Just because Chamber of Secrets is all water based. It's got the snake, it's got the Moaning Myrtle in the toilets, it's got, you know, it's a lot of water and spiders in Chamber of Secrets, so I went for blue. But they've done it different for that one. Instead of it being like this, it's just all blue, like the cover is all blue, and I don't know how the spine is, not the spine, the edge of the paper on this side is, but they've done it different. Like in the third one then, they went back to this sort of style. I don't know. And he said he's got me 1 or 2 things based on my favourite video game series as well, like small things, which it could be a couple of different series, I'll be honest. It could be Zelda, it could be Final Fantasy, it could be Resident Evil, it could be Silent Hill, everything. I got a lot of series I really like. So. Well, a few that I tend to stick to a lot, so I don't know. Also, anyway, back to my birthday, back to yesterday. I went out in the evening to the cinema and I saw, oh, what's the name of it? Oh shit! Scary Stories for the... Scary Stories for the Dark? Scary Stories? It's a horror film, 15 age rating anyway. And it was good. It reminded me of Goosebumps a lot. It was like about this book where they find it in this old mansion, this old decrepit sort of old style mansion. You know what if you've seen any horror, you know what sort of thing I'm probably talking about. And whatever magically gets written in there, not by people, but the book writing itself by a ghost doing it. It happens to somebody, and the 5 or 6 people, I think it was 6 kids, went into the mansion to get a book, and each of them starts dying off one by one based on what's being written in the book. It's sort of like, you know, that the one in Goosebumps where there's a typewriter that makes things come to life, sort of. There's some incredible monsters. Let's see if I can find one of them. It's called The Pale Lady. It's my favourite of the lot. I just want to have a look for it. I did find it before. She comes down corridors, multiple corridors around you, and whichever way you go, she's still coming forward in that direction, so you can never get away, if that makes any sense. Pale Lady. Let's see if it just comes up with that. Yeah, here she is. There's a couple of pictures. I'll just show this one first. That's a comedy. Hold on now. Find a better one. Right, here she is. Proper, like, if the Grudge put a bit of weight on. Sorry, you can't see it very well, can you? But if the Grudge put a bit of weight on, that would be her. Because she's meant to be a bit bigger. Because once she reaches you, in whichever direction the corridor she chooses, she sort of absorbs you into her and seems like she's just eating you, like a glutton sort of thing. Or like, you know, a birth backwards. Just gets absorbed in, not like eating or anything, just. But here we go. Oh, damn it, the 2 screen sort of thing I'm working out. Never mind, never mind. It's amazing. Google it. YouTube the scene if you're not going to watch the film, because it's pretty bloody incredible, and I loved the monster designs and stuff of the film. Even if it was a little bit slow in between those monster parts, it was still really good. It reminded me, Goosebumps meets It. It's got that sort of kids trying to survive some horror sort of feel, and there's that sort of younger feel to it as well as that campfire story horror, you know? And I loved it. Speaking of It though, oh my god, it's coming out soon and I cannot wait. Chapter 2, the last chapter of It, the remake. I love the book. It's possibly my favourite book of all time, Stephen King's It. And to see the first film was amazing because they did it pretty perfectly in my opinion. And the second one, it's going to be as adults, and I want to see so bad how they do it. I've seen the trailers, the 2 trailers, but it's going to be a 2-night thing, a 2-parter in 1 night thing over in the local cinema, like the smaller cinema, and I can't wait. I just cannot bloody wait to see it. Anyway, back to the birthday. As well as the cinema, I went to Subway. I think they got them in America as well. I just had a steak and cheese sort of 6-incher. It was smaller than I imagined, even though I know 6 inches sort of explains itself. But it was still small, so I had like popcorn and a drink in the cinema. So it was a good night. Went to the arcade as well. Oh, I tried out. There was a new House of the Dead in our local arcade, cinema/arcade. Which was, I can't remember the name of it. It wasn't like a numbered entry like we normally have with House of the Dead, but it was just as cheesy. It had like, you'll probably know if you played it, it had this blonde woman, sort of classically dressed in like a red dress, sort of like Ada Wong in a red cocktail dress-ish. And there was this other bloke as well, who was just like generic hero style in a suit. But that was really good. See, his standard weapon was like a machine gun instead of like a pistol sort of shoot. And then you choose 2 other weapons to go through. Limited ammo, obviously. I chose a grenade launcher and shotgun every time, and it was so much fun. We beat the prologue chapter with the bat guy in the sky and all the bats shooting at you. I think I remember him from the first House of the Dead, rehashed. And then we chose, because you can choose then, we chose the elevator one. Actually, that might be the one with the bat guy. Chose the elevator sort of environment. And then we tried to move on to Chapter 2, which we chose as Annex or something like that. But we didn't get very far without running out of money, so that didn't happen. Also tried the Walking Dead one. We have like a crossbow, and you shoot by normal shooting, and then to reload you got this crank thing where you go like a lever thing. It was really fun. You had to get headshots in order to kill the enemies. That was tricky. But in this instance, you had like a crosshair, so it wasn't quite so bad. And there was 2 of us, so we were getting there. I don't know if it would have been easier with one, if like they had less zombies or something. I don't know. But it was good. And we also played a game of pool where the pool table was really wonky and it just made all the balls slide to the right. So I lost. It was because of the wonky table, obviously. So that was my night. That was my birthday. What I want to do, I want to make vlogs a bit more often. I got an idea for the next 1 or 2 vlogs. I don't know why I just can't bring myself to do it, because I am having a bit of a downer couple of months. So I want to get back up and running and just kick myself up the arse and be happy again. Be happier again. And when I do vlogs and when I do recording and stuff, I feel a lot happier. So I think it is just that sort of stuff that I need to get back into. Just giving myself sort of objectives and things in life. Just instead of stagnating, playing games in my room and going out now and again, you know? I need to get myself some objectives and sort myself out. Anyway, that took a downer to it. So it was a good birthday. I love my jumper and I'll probably be wearing it every day for the next 500 years. And I love the games. I'm going to be getting back to Fire Emblem now, like I said. Maybe go for a walk, because it's actually nice out-ish. You need an haircut. Got another week off coming up, so I'll probably do that. Because I like to have haircuts when when I got a bit of time off, like a week off. So then, if they mess it up in the hairdressers, you've got a week then to sort it out. For it to regrow in a bit and hopefully sort itself out. Even though a week is not long, it's better than going in the next day and looking like bald. When you're not expected to be bald. Anyway, that's about it. This has been Greeny XI. I hope you've enjoyed this birthday vlog. I'll see you again in a bit. I got ideas, so I should just do it. I should just do it. Yeah. Thanks for watching, folks. See you again in a bit.